You're delivering solid work. Your code ships, your tickets get closed, your manager seems happy enough. So why does that next level feel perpetually out of reach? Here's the uncomfortable truth that keeps engineers stuck for years. Doing your job well is not enough to get promoted. It's the table stakes. Let me reframe this for you. A promotion isn't a reward for hard work. It's a statement about the value you're expected to create at the next level. The people making these decisions aren't watching how many hours you put in. They're asking a different question entirely. What problems would this person solve that we can't solve today? So what does it actually take? First, understand what the next level truly means. Not the HR document with vague bullet points about technical leadership and mentorship. I mean the real expectations. What does a senior engineer do differently than a mid-level engineer? They don't just write better code. They identify which code matters most. They don't just fix bugs. They build systems that prevent entire categories of bugs. They don't just attend meetings. They make meetings shorter and more useful. Go find the people already operating at that level. Observe them. What fires are they putting out? What conversations are they in that you're not? That's your job description, not whatever's written in the HR portal. Here's what next level scope actually means in practice. A mid-level engineer owns features. A senior engineer owns outcomes. The difference sounds subtle, but it's profound. Feature ownership means you ship what you're asked to ship. A mid-level engineer says, I implemented the search filters as specified. A senior engineer says, the search filters are driving 30% of our conversions, but users are struggling with the mobile layout. I've prototyped. Outcome ownership means you understand why it matters, you question whether it's the right thing to build, and you measure whether it actually delivered value. A fix and ran it task design. That's scope expansion. You're not just doing the work. You're understanding the impact and proactively improving it. Second, make your invisible work visible, not through bragging, through clarity. Keep a simple brag journal. It's about building the evidence you'll need 8 months from now when someone asks, what did you actually deliver last quarter? Because memory is fuzzy and opportunities have a nasty habit of appearing when you're... Every Friday, spend 5 minutes writing down 3 things. A concrete problem you solved, who it affected, and what would have happened if you hadn't done it. This isn't about padding your resume. Least prepared. Let me give you actual examples of what this looks like. A bad brag journal entry, fixed bug in checkout flow. That's useless. Nobody remembers that bug, and it tells them nothing about your impact. A good entry, fixed race condition in checkout that caused 3% of payments to fail silently. Worked with support team to identify affected customers and process refunds. Added monitoring to catch this going forward. Now we're talking. Another example, instead of helped junior engineer with deployment, write paired with new hire to debug their first production incident. They're now independently deploying to staging, and we've cut their onboarding time from 3 weeks to 10 days. See the difference? One is a task. The other is impact. Third, solve problems 1 level up. Start acting like the role you want. If you want to be senior, start thinking like a senior. What's keeping your team's lead awake at night? What technical debt is everyone ignoring until it becomes an emergency? Pick one. Don't ask for permission. Just start chipping away at it. Document your findings. Share them. This is how you demonstrate capacity without a title. But here's the trap. Managing upward matters just as much as managing down. Your manager is not just a performance evaluator. They're your ally in navigating organizational complexity. The engineers who get promoted fastest aren't just doing great work. They're making it easy for their managers to advocate for them. This means proactive communication. Don't wait for your quarterly performance review to find out you're off track. Schedule monthly check-ins specifically about career trajectory. Come with evidence from your brag journal. Ask directly, here's what I've delivered. Here's where I'm aiming. What gaps do you see that I'm missing? Make your manager's job easy. Give them the ammunition they need to fight for you when promotion decisions happen behind closed doors. Here's the harder truth. Depth of contribution matters more than breadth. Shipping 10 small features is not the same as architecting one system that changes how your team works forever. Quality of delivery matters. Code that works but nobody can maintain is not senior level work. It's a time bomb. Attribution matters. You need to be known as the person who made specific things happen, not just someone really helpful. And this is where most people quietly fail. They spread themselves too thin trying to be everything at once. Avoid level overload. You cannot simultaneously level up your technical skills, your soft skills, your product sense, your leadership, and your visibility. Pick one lever for this quarter, go deep on it, then rotate. The engineer who tries to fix everything fixes nothing. Here's the hard part nobody discusses. Organizational complexity makes this messy. Sometimes you're doing everything right and the timing just isn't there. Your company might be in hiring freezes. Your manager might not have the political capital to get you promoted. Your team might be going through reorg chaos. The promotion might genuinely be 6 months away no matter what you do. That's not failure, that's reality. Be patient, but not passive. Keep building evidence. Keep expanding your scope. The promotion follows the work. It doesn't precede it. And here's the layer even fewer people discuss. Politics. I know, you became an engineer to avoid politics. But organizations are political systems whether you like it or not. The people getting promoted aren't always the best engineers. They're often the ones who understand how decisions actually get made. Who holds informal influence? Which stakeholders' opinions actually matter? What cross-functional relationships unlock resources? This isn't about being Machiavellian. It's about recognizing that technical excellence is necessary but not sufficient. You need to understand the human system you're operating in, build relationships with product managers, understand what keeps your VP up at night, be the engineer who translates technical reality into business language. That's how you become indispensable. This week, do one thing. Schedule a 30-minute conversation with your manager. Not a casual chat, a career development conversation. Come prepared with 3 questions. What specific gaps exist between my current performance and the next level? What one project would demonstrate that I'm ready? What's the realistic timeline given where the team is heading? Then listen, take notes, ask for specifics. If they say show more leadership, ask, what does leadership look like in our context? Get clarity. That conversation is your starting line. Promotion is a journey, not a transaction. It's the cumulative result of hundreds of small decisions about where you focus your energy and what problems you choose to solve. The engineers who treat it like a game to be hacked are the ones who burn out. The ones who treat it like a craft to be mastered are the ones who grow. Start treating it like one. Subscribe if you want to map out your next move. See you next time.